Did you get a card?
Happy 420, Indianapolis.
Where are you guys headed?
Back over to the State House. We do this. This is our 10th year of doing this.
All right, you mind if I tag along and get
please.
you? I'm the skateboard journalist of Indianapolis.
Right
Are you
on.
really?
Tom Breedlove.
Hi, I'm Bill.
Bill, we know each other.
I know we do.
D-Rock and Soul.
Oh, hi,
From that
that's it.
show
And
from a
this
while
is,
ago. Yeah.
That's in.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I've not seen you on your wheels. It's really nice.
You haven't
feeling.
seen my channel? I film everybody down here. If you're downtown, I'm filming you from my board.
Are you really?
It's 420. Celebrate with a smile.
Hero. What they've done in the last 2-3 years has been outstanding.
What's your name, sir?
Jeff Staker.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
the organizer of Hoosier Veterans for Medical Cannabis.
Happy International Cannabis Day. It's 420. Celebrate this magnificent plant with a smile. Tell your friends about how wonderful it is and vote for politicians who celebrate the plant with you.
How'd you get involved?
Well, started on oxycodone for 8 years at the VA, and 2016 was running the risk of being a casualty myself of overdosing. And I asked my VA doctor what he thought about medical cannabis, and he said if you could prescribe it and recommend it, he would. And that's what got me going on here today. So I've been all the way to Washington, D.C. and putting a national forum together with doctors and veterans activist groups and meeting with people here in our state and trying to fight the fight and get legislation passed.
Cannabis is good for our people and good for our state. It is a medicine that is being denied to many veterans.
Did you get any pushback from anybody?
You get a lot of pushback, but unfortunately, what we got to bring to the attention of our politicians here in our state is that as far as the overdose rate here, we continue to increase and go the opposite direction where we need to be. And in those states that have medical cannabis, you've seen a reduction of 25 up to 50%. So if our legislators can't see that, then they've got their heads stuck too far in the sand. That's a good way to say it.
Please, vote wisely this May and June, or May and November.
Go to our Facebook page, website, Hoosier Veterans for Medical Cannabis. Check out the resources and the videos. And Dr. Abrams from California, Dr. Cooper from Cambridge University, and we got a doctor from Canada that came down that was instrumental in implementing their medical cannabis program for their veterans. So it was very informational, done correctly, done right, and it's, you know, if we got knowledge and we got power. So
Happy International Cannabis Day, Indianapolis! It's 420. Smile and celebrate with your heart.
Have you ever had any run-ins with the law over cannabis?
No.
No?
And I've gone to my prosecutor. I say, hey, I'm not going to hide the fact that what I do, and I use it as a medicine.
What county are you in?
Miami.
Okay.
So
Talk about the plant with your family. Tell politicians you want the plant.
the thing about it is the prosecutors really don't want to take you on because we can accomplish with the polls being at 70 to 80% or 90% for our veterans supportive of medical cannabis. If you get me in front of a jury, I can get more accomplished with 12 than I can get with 150 behind me. And I know that politicians don't want a law nullification, which would be the result of anything that I did in the courtroom.
Happy 420.
When they, in the 2017 session, when they passed all these anti-opiate bills here in our state, what they didn't realize, and when I tried to tell the Senate Health Committee, is I've already seen it with our veterans. When you cut people off of the medicine, they unfortunately will turn to street drugs because they're addicted to this medicine. And that's what happened here in our state. And that's why you continue to see the numbers increase instead of going down, like in the other states that do have it.
You guys get the patio going again soon. Right on.
And, I run into veterans every day here in our state and citizens that use cannabis for medical purposes. Very responsible, law-abiding citizens, and they just want a safer way to heal. That's all it is. And we're going to fight just as hard as we do in any war for the public and for our veterans.
what's your name, man?
Jimmy Giordano.
Jimmy, you're what's your movement that you're involved in?
Hoosier Veterans for Medical Cannabis Incorporated.
And how long you been doing that?
I joined with Jeff Staker on this in about October of 2016.
Happy 420 Indianapolis, International Cannabis Day. Celebrate with a smile.
How's that going?
You know, it's snowballing. I really am impressed with our legislation and the CBD work that we've done and the hemp, but we're not done yet. We've left out a lot of patients by omitting the bills that give us the plant back and also give us the THC, because there's a lot of patients that need the THC. It's the CBD's great, and we're grateful. We don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but we're not done yet. I'm former law enforcement as well as a combat vet, and I can tell you from talking to some of my law enforcement brothers and sisters that they are ready to see a legal update as well. We've got confusion out on the street, even with CBD oil right now. But right now it's real complicated, because if they stop a car and they search the vehicle for any reason, if it needs to be searched, and they come across CBD oil on a field test, they put the sample of whatever drug they might find. You put CBD oil in that THC test kit and shake it. CBD oil, even though it's legal, it will test positive, okay? Because there is a trace amount of THC in there. And that's enough. You're going to get arrested and go for a ride, and it's not a free ride. And then once the sample evidence goes to the state police lab, I've been hearing a lot of the tests and results are coming back from the state lab inconclusive. Therefore, the prosecutor does not file a charge.
Happy International Cannabis Day, everybody. It's 420. Celebrate with a smile.
You've took time, a deputy or officer's made an arrest. The prosecutors had to review the charge. The personnel at the jail have had to handle the prisoner. The guy or gal had to bond out. I mean, we've got to get some clarification. It's just not American to have this much gray. And in a courtroom or a police officer out on the street, things are supposed to be clear and concise. The law is supposed to be clear and concise, and it also should pass the reasonable person test. And I don't believe we're there.
Happy April 20th, everybody. It's International Cannabis Day. Celebrate with a smile.
Can you give me your name real clear again?
Terry L. Chambers.
Yes, I've been in Colorado. Yeah. Hey, hi, baby. How you doing? I love you. That was the Munchie Cup.
What are you doing here today? I see this picture. That was you when? When was this?
This was 3 years ago this August.
Okay.
I just come out of a 2-week coma. I was in the VA hospital in Fort Wayne. I was addicted to oxycodone for 21 years through the VA hospital. I've been off of them now for 3 years. I've lost 175 pounds, and I am in kidney failure, stage 5. They gave me 6 months to live a year ago, and I started using cannabis. And all 3 of my specialists have said that I'm in recovery. They can't understand or figure out why I'm getting better, but I am a lot better. It's apparent. You can see it in my appearance, my speech.
You're still here.
Yes, I am still here. And
cheers.
And smiling all day long. Yeah, I'm very happy with what I'm doing. I don't like breaking the law. I wish that they would get their heads out of their butt and make it legal. There's too many people suffering. It's all about greed, and we all know that.
Happy 420, everybody. Happy 420. It's International Cannabis Day. Celebrate with a smile.
They told me originally, when they give me the pills, that I needed knee and back surgery. That's been 25 years ago. They gave me 240 oxycodones to start out with. I thought they were going to operate on me. I've never had surgery. It's over with now. But That's about all I can say. I know that I'm feeling well. I know that cannabis is prolonging my life, and that's about all I can tell you.
It's International Cannabis Day. Celebrate with a smile. Tell your friends how wonderful the plant is. Remember to vote responsibly.
What are you doing down here today?
Well, I'm Neil Smith. I'm chairman of Indiana Normal.
Happy 420, Indianapolis. We're pleased to know.
Happy 420, brother. I love you.
Cannabis is good for our city and good for our state.
We're going to be encouraging everybody to contact their officials and their candidates. Tell them what we want, how we want it, when we want it, which is now.
Happy 420.
We've got to stop the systemic corruption that's stopping cannabis from being illegal, or from being made legal, I should say.
Happy 420, everybody. Celebrate International Cannabis Day with a smile.
Happy 420, guys.
We're just encouraging people to take back their government. Government has no right to tell you what you can or can't put into your own body, whether it's good for you or bad for you. They don't have that right. And they've been usurping our rights as free natural people for over 81 years. That's got to stop.
Hey, Eric. I love you.
People come up with all kinds of excuses for hiding their fear that, oh my God, somebody might know I smoke pot.
Dude, how do you keep your balance on that thing?
The more people that stand up, the more people that show up at rallies, the more numbers they see that we actually have, and that the numbers to a politician means a lot.
You guys need glass, or Keystone Social Vapor. We're 50% off today.
Right on.
So, and I work there 2 to 10 every day. 60-second Keystone ad.
Oh, okay.
They may not get reelected if they take a bad position on cannabis, and that's what we're hoping for.
Where are you at, man?
You guys
Beautiful thing.
Where are you at?
Keystone Smoke and Vapor.
All right.
Thank you for showing up.
You guys have a great day. Happy 420.
Until we change our government, very little is going to change. It's up to everybody, to get out and vote. We have 4 boxes that guarantee our freedom. We've got the soap box. Stand up and inform people. We've got the jury box. Bad laws can be changed in Indiana with jury nullification. We have the ballot box. That's where the best change is made. And if those 3 boxes fail, all we have left is a cartridge box, and that's not a good situation for anybody.
That's my job. I just retired from.
May 2nd in 2018, we will be having our final hearing at court with the First Church of Cannabis. It's Judge Lynch. She's on the 5th floor of the City County Building in Superior Court. I don't know the room number, but it should be in the morning. Our attorneys and the opposing attorneys will all make their closing statements, and the judge will render a decision on our church. And I am looking very, very forward to that moment.
So it's going to be up to the people, up to you and me and everybody else to make these changes. We can't just blindly go through life ignoring our political situation.
How long has this process been going on now? A couple years?
Yes, 3rd year.
3rd year, okay.
I've had more intimate quality time with attorneys over the last 3 years than I have in my whole life.
You can ignore politics, but rest assured, politics will not ignore you.
I'm making the most.
Freedom will ring from downtown Indianapolis.
Does the legal community support what you're doing, you think?
Well, it depends on what side of the legal community you're asking. If you ask the Attorneys, they're all for it. If you ask the prosecutors, no, they're not. So it's going to be an interesting and colorful day.
I bet the public defenders probably support you.
Public defense, oh yeah. I mean, everybody supports me, okay? But the guys in positions of power on the opposing side have all made a unilateral, we oppose cannabis, which is just showing their ignorance.
What's on the agenda for Sunday?
There's too many positive things about this plant for them to stick their head in the sand. And they need to grow up and to deal with it properly. Every other state has done it. Indiana will do it sooner or later. I hope soon.
Well, considering how long it took them on alcohol recently, you might be waiting a while.
You know, it's Indiana I love with all my heart. And the whole reason I don't leave is because somebody's got to stay and change it for the better.
How you skate on those wheels, man?
They're great.
They're not even round.
They're round.
They are.
They just don't appear that way, yeah. What are you guys doing down here today?
We just came to support the legalization rally, you know.
Yeah.
Today's my little baby's 420 birthday.
There you go.
That's actually, holy shit. Oh my God.